Good morning to my dear children. I am Sivakumar from Sri Vidyamadri Metric Higher Secondary School, the Department of Zoology. I am going to explain for you from the 12th syllabus, 12th textbook, zoology book, second lesson, human reproductions. My previous class already explained what is reproduction, types of reproduction, mode of reproduction and the process of reproductions. Will be there, but once again I will recall the topic. What is reproduction? The reproduction, it is a real biological process. The reproduction is a real biological process. Why the reproduction is called real biological process? Which means from the world many organisms are there. Among the many organisms we are classified two parts. One is the living organism, second one non-living organism. What are the differentiate for the living organism and the non-living organism? The living organism, it will do something function. The non-living thing organisms are cannot make these functions. That is a different living and non-living. The living organism, it is mainly doing first one respiration, nutrition, excretion, reproduction, metabolism, etc. So many functions are doing. Among the functions, more important, reproduction. So because of we are called, which is the reproduction is the biological process. That in my previous class I clearly explained human reproductions. The human being, we are the social animal. Human being is a social animal. Human beings, we are following sexual reproduction. That sexual reproductions are following some other features. One is the human beings is a unisexual animal because of we have sexual dimorphisms. One human being is a male, second one female. That is unisexual process. Second one, sexual dimorphism means morphologically, anatomically we can easily differentiate which is the male, which is the female. That is sexual dimorphism. We are following gametogenesis process. What is gametogenesis? Formation of gamete is called gametogenesis. From our bodies, we are manufactured two types of gamete. Female body manufacture female gamete name ova. Ova otherwise called egg. Egg otherwise called ova. Both are same. So one of the gamete manufactured by female body, that is called gametogenesis. The female body producing ova or manufacture the ova, this process is called oogenesis. Second one, male body manufactures gamete cell name sperm, short form sperm, briefly we are called spermatozoa, that is called gametes. So two gametes are manufactured from the male and female bodies, that is called gametogenesis. From the male bodies manufacture the sperm cells. This process name spermatogenesis. Formation of sperm is called spermatogenesis. Formation of ova or egg is called oogenesis. The two processes commonly we are called gametogenesis. Another one, human being is a viviparous animal. Based on the reproductions, animals are classified two categories. One is the viviparous animal, second one oviparous animals. Viviparous, which means the animal formation of embryo directly provide young one, that is called viviparous. Some other animals are oviparous animals. Oviparous animals, which means the animals after the formation of embryo, it can lay the egg. The eggs are provide new young one. That is oviparous animal. But human beings, we are directly provide young one. So human beings are called which is viviparous animals. Second one, internal fertilizations. Human being throughout the sexual reproduction, we are following another process, internal fertilizations. What is internal fertilization? Which means the fertilization, it's a two types. One is the external fertilization, second one internal fertilizations. Fertilization means union of egg and sperm form a zygote. The zygote forming process, fertilization. Zygote forming process, fertilizations. So, depending on the fertilizations, animals are classified two types. One is the internal fertilization and the second one external fertilization. External fertilizations. One is the internal fertilization, second one external fertilizations. What is the difference between the internal fertilization and the external fertilization? Which means the formation of zygote, it will take inside the female body, that is internal fertilizations. The formation of zygote, it will take outside the female body, that is called external fertilizations. But from the human beings, we are following internal fertilization because union of egg and sperm form a zygote, zygote forming process, it will take inside the female body. So human beings, we are following internal fertilization. That the information already given in my previous class, but once again recall. Next one, sexual reproductions following process. From the human being, sexual reproduction, we are following many process. The first one, formation of zygote. Formation of zygote. What is called formation of zygote? Zygote formation means formation of embryo, that is called zygote formation, which means the union of egg and sperm form a zygote. Zygote forming process, fertilizations. Another one, embryonic developments. The zygote formed after the zygote, after the zygote forming process, it is furtherly they are going to divide into many cells, which means throughout the cell divisions, the zygote, it is developing, multiplied to many cells. The many cells became a ball-like structure, that is called the embryo. This is called the embryonic development. The embryo, it is going to multiply through the meiosis cell division. Second one, mitotic cell divisions. Throughout the two types cell divisions, the embryo gradually develops into a ball-like structure, that is called the embryo. It is called the embryonic developments. Second one, organogenesis. From the human being, sexual reproduction, we are following many process. Formation of zygote is over, embryonic development is over. Third one is organogenesis. What is called organogenesis? The formation of zygote. From the zygote form embryo, embryo will be developed after. From the embryo, primary germ layers are formed. From the germ layers, many organs and specific tissues are developed, that is called organogenesis. From the germ layers, organs are developed. This organ development is called organogenesis. Second one, pregnancy periods. Pregnancy periods means organs developed after. From the female body's presence of embryo, it is fully developed into fetus. The fetus, which means the baby is living in mother uterus, that is called fetus. The fetus, how many number of days are living in the mother uterus? That is called pregnancy periods. The pregnancy periods exactly 280 days. Simply I am saying 280 days. It is not a constant. Approximately we can calculate the pregnancy periods 280 days or 40 weeks or 9 months. According to month wise, we are taking 9 months. Number of days approximately, not exactly, it will vary different. 280 days. It is converted into week wise in 40 weeks. Month wise, we are going to calculate 9 months. That is called a pregnancy period. Another one, patricians. Patrician, which means the baby is released from the mother uterus. The baby is released from the mother uterus, expelled out, that is called patricians. Last one, lactation period. Last one, lactation periods. What is lactation periods? Which means from the mammary glands. From the mammary glands, milk is manufactured and eject or expelled out from the mammary gland. That is called lactation periods. The milk is provided to newborn baby. This process, lactation periods. A newborn baby minimum should be fed 6 months, because then only they will get more energy and high nutrients it will receive from mother. It will take minimum 6 months and more they will take 6 to 1 year. That is lactation period. Maintenance of pregnancy and the embryonic developments. The topic we should learn before, we should understand how to form pregnancy, which means first one, formation of zygote. The formation of zygote, which means union of egg and sperm, form a zygote. the zygote, it is single cell but diploid nucleus, because of one nucleus getting from sperm, another nucleus getting from egg cell or ova. So n plus n equal to 2n nucleus. So zygote is single cell but diploid, which means 2n nucleus. Reason, one more chromosome getting from father, one more chromosome getting from mother. This zygote, furtherly they are going to divide it throughout the meiosis cell divisions. It is converted into 2 cell. The 2 cells they are going to multiply in a 4 cells. That 4 cells they are going to multiply in 8 cells. That the single zygote develop into 8 cell. It is became a ball like structure. This name cleavage. The cleavage, furtherly they are going to write 16 cells. That is 16 cells they are going to properly multiply. Its cell name morula stage. M-O-R-U morula stage. The morula stage they are going to multiply in 32 cells. It became a ball like structure. It became a ball like structure. It have a 32 number of cells. The 32 number of cells are called, it is blastula. The blastula stage and will form. After that, the embryo again come back to the uterus wall, attached with the uterine wall. Attached after, from the blastula, cells, blastula, 16 number of cells are there. That 16 number of cells are furtherly they are going to differentiate in 2 parts. One is the epiblast. One is the epiblast. Second one, hypoblast. Zygote develop into 8 cell. 8 cell stage is called cleavage. Cleavage further develop into 16 cell. 16 cell stage of embryo is called morula. Morula cells further divided into 30 number of cells. The 30 number of cells are called blastula. Blastula. The blastula cells again from the fallopian tubes to come back to uterus. It is attached with the uterine wall. That is called implantation. That is called implantations. Implantation. Once again recall, what is mean by implantations? Implantation means the completely matured embryo from the zygote to a ball like structure will be formed. That is called embryo. That embryo attached with the wall of uterus. It is called blastula stage. The blastula stage of embryo, when it is attached with the uterine wall, it is furtherly differentiated into 2 parts. One is the epiblast, second one hypoblast. The epiblast, it is converted into, it is called ectoderm. E-C-T-O-D-O, ectoderm. Hypoblast converted into endoderm. Epiblast converted into ectoderm. Hypoblast converted into endoderms. So remaining cells are some other cells converted into epiblast, some other cells converted into hypoblast. So epiblast act as a ectoderm, hypoblast converted into endoderms. Remaining cells are there. The remaining cells converted into mesoderm. That mesoderm, it's a middle embryonic membranes. So what is ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm? Which means the attached embryo, among the embryo it is formed 3 embryonic layer. It is named primary embryonic membranes, which means primary embryonic layers. The primary embryonic layers, it is outermost layer, it is called ectoderm. Middle layer is called mesoderm. Innermost layer is called endoderms. That is primary embryonic membranes or primary embryonic layers. Among the embryonic layer, it is develop a specific tissue and organs. From the ectoderm, some other organ tissue are developed. From the mesoderm, develop some other tissue and organs. From the endoderms, develop some other tissue and organs. This is embryonic development. This is embryonic developments. From the embryo, embryonic layers are developed. From the embryonic layer, specific organ tissues are developed. This development called embryonic developments. And additionally, the embryonic layer formed after between the uterus, Another embryonic, extra embryonic layers are formed. That extra embryonic layer, it is provide the protection to embryo and maintain the fetus body temperature. It will prevent the mechanical shock to fetus. I told you fetus means the baby is living in the mother uterus. That will protect. That the protection is provided by extra embryonic layer. The extra embryonic layer, it is developed from the inside the uterus. What are the extra embryonic layers? Which means the 4 layers are there. First one, yolk sacs. Second one, allantois. Third one, amnion. Fourth one, chorion. That is extra embryonic layer. The extra embryonic layer form from the embryo develop 3 primary embryonic layer. Primary embryonic layer formed after baby is gradually developed, which means organs are developed. Organs developed after the baby should be protected. By the protections, baby is safe. So the protection is provided by extra embryonic layer. The extra embryonic layer developed from the uterus inside. The extra embryonic layer 4, one is a yolk sacs, allantois, amnion and chorion. It will do some functions, which is the extra embryonic layer, yolk sacs, allantois, amnion, chorion. In each layer, it is maintained some other individual functions. What are the functions? We are going to discuss. The primary embryonic layer formed after from the uterus inside form extra embryonic layer, which means extra embryonic layer membranes. That membranes are 4 types. One is the amnion, chorion, allantois and yolk sacs. That 4 membranes are provide the protection to embryo. Provide the protection to embryo, and it will help to some other exchange the materials from the uterine wall to fetus, fetus to uterine wall. Because of the mother provide the nutrient to fetus, fetus receive the materials, make digestions, finally manufacture the waste product. That waste product eliminate to the outside of the body, which means from the fetus body to mother body entered. It is exchanged through the extra embryonic layer. This is fetus living in the mother uterus. This name umbilical cord, and this is extra embryonic layer. This is extra embryonic layer. From the inner wards form, that is inside present amniotic fluids. Surrounding the amniotic fluid, presence of amnion, that is a membrane. It's a double wall membrane, fluid film membrane. Next one, in middle membrane is called allantois. Outermost membrane is called chorions. So between the 2 membranes, fluids are there. That the fluid named amniotic fluid. So throughout the fluids, the materials are exchanged from the fetus to uterine wall to fetus. This is the functions of which is extra embryonic layer. So it will do another functions. First one we are taking amnions. The amnion, it's a double layered amniotic fluid membrane. Its a main function, provide the buoyant to the embryos. Provide the buoyant embryo, which means the baby is living in the mother uterus. Sometimes the mother will get mechanical shock, any other injuries. Fetus should be protected. That protection is followed by amnion membranes. Second one, it is provide the protection to injuries. Another one, it is act as a medium for the fetus movement. The time of pregnancy periods, inside the uterus, baby is living, sometime it will get a movement. That movement may damage the uterus. That damage prevent by amnion membrane. It is one membrane. First membrane, it is provide the protection to embryo. Second one, functions of yolk sacs. Second, extra embryonic layer. It is a part of gut. What is the meaning of part of gut? Which means inside the fetus body presence of very sensitive organ. Lung structure, heart structure, respiratory tract, digestive tract, reproductive tract and excretory tracts. Inside the tract, some other membranes are there. That membrane, it is provide the protection to embryos. That membranes are formed from yolk sacs. The yolk sacs, it's a pocket like structure present in the membrane sites. The next one, It is a basic structure for the umbilical cord, which is the allantois membranes. It is the basic structure for the umbilical cord. What is the meaning of umbilical cord? See, this is uterus, inside presence of embryo. In outermost structure, that the blood vessel is called placenta. Placenta is a connective tissue. It is nothing but any special structure. Placenta is a connective tissue. It is connecting fetus and mother bodies. Both are exchange the materials, gases exchange, many process exchange to the mother and fetus through the placenta. So, the placenta and the fetus between present very sensitive structure that name umbilical cord. So, the umbilical cord, it is formed from the allantois. The umbilical cord is a formed from the allantois. Because of we are saying the allantois is the basic structure of umbilical cords. Next one, it is link, which is the amniotic allantois. It is link placenta and the embryo. Placenta and that is the structure of placenta, that is fetus. This is umbilical cord. The both are connected by, in that is uterus muscles, both are connected by intermediate structure, that is placenta. The placenta is formed from allantois. Because of we are saying it is link between the placenta and the embryo. Another one, the allantois ultimately became a part of urinary bladders. Throughout the organogenesis, from the fetus body develop organs. That organs fully matured after it is formed urinary bladder, which means that is excretory organs. So, the allantois, a fetus completely matured after it is converted in part of urinary bladders. Next one, functions of chorions. Next one, functions of chorions. The chorion, it is the outermost layer of the fetus, which means extra embryonic layer. From the embryo, inside the uterus, present the fetus. The fetus covered by 3 extra embryonic layer. One is the yolk-cells, amnion, chorion, allantois. Among the 4 membranes, the chorion is the outermost layer, which means outermost membrane, that is called chorions. It is covered all the membranes. The extra embryonic layer, all membranes are covered by chorion. So, it is help to formation of placenta. It is help to formation of placenta. Already I told you, placenta, which means it is the blood vessels. The blood vessel, it is act as a mother and a fetus body. Mother body and a fetus body. Between the two organisms, materials are should exchange. What are the materials? In the first one, I told you nutrients. Second one, gases. Third one, excretory product. From the fetus body, presence of gases, carbon dioxide and other some other gases, and another one, excretory product. Both are should eliminate from the fetus body to mother bodies. It is exchanged through the placenta. Another one, the mother body, they want to provide the nutrient to fetus. The nutrients supplied to fetus through the placenta. So, placenta act as a mother body and a fetus body between. Placenta means not any special structure, that is the blood vessels. The blood vessel only act as a mother and a fetus. That's all. That is called placenta. The placenta is formed from which is chorion. So, chorion is the extra embryonic layer. It is help to formation of placenta. Next one, trophoblast cells. See, this is trophoblast cells. The trophoblast cells sent out several finger-like projections. So, this is finger-like projections. It is sent out from the chorionic villi. What is the chorionic villi? That is the placenta. Top side the placenta presence of several finger-like projections. The finger-like projections are structure. It is from trophoblast cells. The trophoblast cells, it is act as a chorionic villi. The chorionic villi carrying the fetal blood and the mother bloods. The chorionic villi, it is present top side of the placenta. It is a finger-like projections. The finger-like projections main function, it is carrying the fetal blood and mother blood. From the mother to fetus, fetus to mother. Blood are exchanged through the chorionic villi. That is the functions of which is trophoblast cells. The next one, functions of placenta. The placenta is a connective tissue. It is temporary endocrine organ. Already I told you, placenta is anything specific structure. It is a blood vessel. The blood vessel act as a mother and fetus between. It will do some functions. What are the functions are maintained by placenta? It is from time of pregnancy period only. It is connecting uterine wall and fetus. Second one, it is exchange the materials, so nutrient, gases and the excrete product. Next one, the primary germ layers are serve as a primary tissues form some functions. The body organs, it is developed from the primary germ layers. I told you primary germ layer, which means endoderm, ectoderm, mesoderm. The endoderm, ectoderm, mesoderm, it is developed some other organs from our bodies and tissue also. See, this is ectoderm. I will explain. See, this is primary embryonic layer, outermost layer. This name ectoderm. Middlemost layer, that name mesoderm. Innermost layer, that is called endoderms. This is primary embryonic layer. Among the three layers, develop some important organs. First one we are taking ectoderm. The ectoderm, it is manufactured means develop. First one CNS. CNS means central nervous system. Once I clearly explain, from our bodies, nervous systems are there. That our body nervous system, we are classified three parts. One is the central nervous system, short form CNS. Second one PNS. PNS means peripheral nervous system, short form PNS. Third one ANS, that ANS means autonomous nervous system. The autonomous nervous system not developed from this membrane, it is the other part. Only we are taking ectoderm. The ectoderm developed CNS, central nervous system, PNS, peripheral nervous system, it is developed from ectoderms. So what are the organs are including CNS means brain and the spinal cord. The brain and the spinal cord, that is a part of central nervous system. From our body present the nervous system. The nervous system main part CNS, central nervous system, it is including brain and spinal cord. Second one PNS, peripheral nervous system, which means from the nervous systems presence of 31 number of spinal nerve, 31 number of spinal nerve and 12 pairs of cranial nerve. Spinal nerves develop from the brain, 12 pairs of cranial nerve develop from the spinal cord. So that is part of PNS, peripheral nervous system. It is developed from the ectoderms. Next one, epidermis. What is epidermis? Epidermis means in human body entire part is covered by the skin. The skin is developed from ectoderm. So ectoderms, it is a short one we are called, which is epidermis. Another one, from the ectoderm develop mammary glands. Mammary gland, which means that is female organ, which means a female body milk secreting gland, that is called mammary glands. At the embryonic stage, the mammary gland is developed from ectoderm. Second primary embryonic layers, mesoderm, that is the middlemost layer. Among the middlemost layers, many organs and tissue are developed. First one, connective tissue. What is the meaning of connective tissue? Connective tissue means one from our bodies, many organ and organ systems are there. The organ and organ system function should communicate from the one organs to another organs, one tissue to another tissues. So that like functions are communicated by connective tissue. A very example, should be example, blood. Blood is a connective tissue. The blood is developed from the mesoderms. Next one, cartilage. Cartilage means very soft cell. It is also bone, but in a young stage, it is called cartilage. The cartilage also developed from the mesoderms. Another one, bone. The bone also developed from the mesoderms. Next one, muscles. Muscles development also arise from the mesoderms. Second one, urinogenital system. What is called urinogenital system? Excretory system, reproductive system act as a single unit. That is called urinogenital tract or urinogenital system. These systems develop from the mesoderm. Another one, endoderm. The endoderm, it is the innermost layer from the embryo. That is embryo. That is embryo. The innermost, that is endoderms. The endoderms, it is developed, or which means arise gastrointestinal tract, which means digestive system from the mouth to anus. From the mouth to anus, mouth part, teeth, tongue, esophagus, stomach, Two intestines are there. One is the large intestine, second one small intestine. Two intestinal part, rectum, anus. So from the mouth to anus, that structure is called gastrointestinal tract. The gastrointestinal tract is developed from the endoderms. Next one, respiratory system. Human body respiratory main organ, lungs. The lungs is developed from the endoderms. Next one, liver. Liver, it is a major exocrine gland. From our bodies, two glands are there. One is the endocrine gland, second one exocrine glands. Endocrine glands are secrete hormone, exocrine glands are secrete enzyme. From the exocrine gland, very largest organs, liver. The liver is developed from the endoderms. Third one, pancreas. The pancreas, it's a developed glands. Sometimes it is act as a endocrine, sometimes it act as a exocrine. This pancreas is located below the stomach. It is developed from the embryonic stage in endoderms. Next one, thyroid. The thyroid is located from the neck regions. It's important organ. It is the very largest organ cardinal size wise in bodies. Next one, parathyroid. The parathyroid is also one of the types of endocrine glands. It is located from the neck region. Anterior part locate thyroid, posterior part locate parathyroid. The parathyroid secretes some hormone. It will maintain manifest some body organs. That is another one, human pregnancy periods. Human pregnancy periods, as I told you, 280 days date wise. Another one are 9 months or 40 weeks. The 280 days or 9 months or 40 weeks, we are going to divide it according to our convention. The development we are going to calculate. We are divided three parts. One is the first trimester, second one second trimester, third one third trimesters. First trimester, which means first 3 months. Second trimester, which means first 6 months. And last one, third trimester, means in 9 months. See, this is first trimester, first 3 months, first 3 months. Second trimester, 6 months, first 6 months, third one 9 months. That is human pregnancy periods. Why we are going to divide it in our convenience? The human embryonic developments, further we have first trimester, second trimester, third trimester, which means the organ developments, tissue developments, we should precisely should be calculated, because of we are going to divide it in three parts.